Hello everyone, this is Michelle Williams. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. And many of you know me as Coach Michele. Those of you that are chiming in the first time, welcome, 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 welcome. And those of you that are returning, you already know how I feel about you. Mwah! So guys, today we're gonna talk about tips. 5 tips on managing your life and business. Yes, the home care industry, guys, is extremely rewarding, lucrative, but it can be overwhelming. A lot of times people don't talk to you about the downside of it, right? The stressful side of it. So I want to give you my 5 tips on helping you balance and manage your life and business. So the first one I would say is delegate. Delegating is going to be a very important part of your business and your life. So I want you to think about the things. Actually, I'm always talking about writing. So I want you to get a piece of paper and write down all the tasks that you do on a day-to-day business in your life and business, and then see how you can delegate some of those tasks to others. I would start with the ones that you don't like doing. And then I would go to ones that can be outsourced and, disseminated down to your team member and or maybe a domestic service type business like a cleaning service and things like that, right? How can you delegate and whom can you delegate? From a business perspective, team. So if you're at a point where you have started to develop a team, create a team from an administrative perspective, then of course you can delegate. You may have a personal assistant. Many of you know I have a personal assistant, Janetta, and my family swears that I would be lost without her. So maybe you need a personal assistant, right? And or a virtual assistant. Virtual assistants are very valuable as well, and they can help you in your business. And the last I would say from a business perspective is maybe a contractor. Maybe you can outsource to a contractor to help you with your day-to-day tasks. And of course, in the home, if you have a pet, maybe you want someone to, walk your pet if you're staying late at work so you're not stressing and becoming overwhelmed because the pet has not been outside, right? House cleaning, like I mentioned. There are many different type of food services where you can get prepackaged food. You can pre-plan your meals yourself and cook maybe a large portion over the weekend or in the evening, at night, or whenever, and then you can put those dishes in the refrigerator and or freezer. So those are some things I would say as far as delegating. But the first thing with delegating is you have to trust. You have to be willing to give some things away and know that when you are teaching someone and training someone, they may not do it as well as you are currently doing it. So you have to share your training with them, share your techniques with them, and have a little bit of grace. Show some grace, okay? The second thing I would say is set boundaries. It's extremely important, guys, to set boundaries in your business and personal. And what do I mean by that? I'm saying, create ways where you do not create a burnout, right? So we want to prevent a burnout and prevent you from being overwhelmed, even though honestly in this business, it does get overwhelming. However, you need to put systems in place and things in place to prevent that from happening, right? So you want to establish those boundaries between work and business. So it's easy to say, okay, you're going to work 9 to 5 and then from 6 to whatever is personal. Balance and boundaries are different from for everyone. So don't just look at what someone else is doing and say, okay, I'm going to do the same thing. It may not work for you in your financial situation, your personal situation, your business situation. So you want to set those boundaries, clear boundaries based on what works for you. Okay, so that's really important to set boundaries. The third thing I would say is time management. Time management, prioritize what's important. Every day, even at this point, I still create a to-do list and I work from that to-do list. And I love putting some things on a to-do list that are very easy because then it gives me a sense of accomplishment and then I can check those items off. And if I do not get something done, then of course I'm able to move it to the next day. But I would say prioritize tasks based on the level of importance, based on however you rate those things, right? So it could be based on a time frame, it could be based on a due date, it could be based on client needs, it could be based on caregiver needs, it could be based on your needs. You just need to set some system in place on how you're going to prioritize and use effective time management skills. You could Google, time management skills for small business owners, or time management skills for a mom, a dad, parents, or whatever it is, to get those, skills in place. And then I would say number 4 would be self-care. Now, this one is tricky because we tend to put ourselves last. I know I've done that many times, and sometimes I still do it if I'm really being transparent with you guys. I would say self-care, make time to manage your self-care, like self-care activities. Are you going to get a facial? Are you going to get your hair did? Are you going to get your nails done? What does that look like? Are you going to get a massage? Are you meditating? Are you exercising? Whatever that self-care looks like for you in the way you can maintain your well-being, I would say is crucial, right? Because you can make all the money you want, reach all your financial goals, but if your health is not there, meaning your mental health and physical health, now, mental health is important, guys. Mental health. You're not weak if you have a therapist. That was for somebody. Let me know in the comments if that was for you, right? So you want to make sure you're taking care of your well-being. Number 5, I would say technology. Technology is very important, guys. When you're utilizing technology and automation and creating these systems and streamlining your processes, it's going to save you time. Coach Rob is a big component or advocate, right? He's a big advocate on creating systems and making things flow nicely. And that will take you out of some of the things that you're currently doing, that will free you up to do some of those other things that you may not be in a position to delegate out at this particular moment, because you may be brand new. So you may not have the revenue coming in that you can pull from to pay someone a salary or pay someone, an hourly wage. So you want to try to eliminate as much as you can, especially if you're in that situation, eliminate as much as you can. So you have time for the self-care. You have time for, putting in your time management system. You have time, to sit down and set those boundaries and understand what they are. So those would be my top 5. I would say delegate, set boundaries, time management, self-care, and technology. And you know what? Another one just came to my mind. Support system. Support system. Surround yourself with individuals that want to see you win. Surround yourself with a strong support system that's going to cheer you on when you may be a little down, that's going to pull out the pom-poms when you do something well. And that's personally and professionally. So personally, it may be a therapist, it may be a close friend, it may be an accountability partner to help you navigate through those challenging, moments. So I would say a support group. That's a bonus. So that's a bonus. So guys, you already know it's about that time. This is conference time. Conference is around the corner. Guys, we have a limited number of tickets left. Very, very, very small supply of rooms left at the host hotel. So if you want to be in the room, you believe you need to be there, get your ticket. Guys, we sell out every single year. We have an amazing time every year. So I strongly recommend that you get your ticket. You could go to homecarecoaching.com, go to the menu, click on events, and purchase your ticket. And last but definitely not least, if you know you need some assistance, if you have not started your business and you've been watching my YouTube videos over and over and over and just binge watching them, and you keep saying to yourself, I want to start my business, I want Coach Michele to be my coach, what are you waiting for? This is the time. This is the time. This is 2024. Many of you have shared with me you've been waiting 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Someone last year told me 20 years. Is that you? How long have you been waiting? And why are you waiting? I have found that the number one thing or things that stop us from getting started, many of you, are limiting beliefs. We have to identify what those limiting beliefs are and overcome them, because they would keep us stagnant forever. So you can learn more about our amazing coaching program. The VIP Hybrid Goal 2.0 is extremely comprehensive. We literally will hold your hand and walk you through the process. So not just simply getting a license. And if you already got your license, this is still an ideal program for you. This is literally taking you from where you are right now and putting you in a space of having a high level of competence, so you have the confidence that you can go out there and soar and get the clients and build your business and create your team and all the other things that go along with it. So go to my website, homecarecoaching.com, go up to the menu and click on services. The second one you see will be VIP Hybrid Goal 2.0. Guys, it is extremely comprehensive. So take care, God bless, and I will see you on the next video.